What's up, guys? Scrub King here, bringing you another live duel. On the left, I have my boy Mark playing them TrapTrix with the new Sera. On the right is your boy Scrub King, of course, playing the Salamangreat boys. So I promise you guys I'm going to play a different deck moving forward. Eventually, I'm just going to try out the Salamangreats for a little bit. Let me know what deck you guys want to see played on these live duels. So looks like I won the Dyro, which is exactly where I want to be. Mark seems to have a couple of trap cards in his hand, but going second, I might be a little tight. So we're going to start off with normal summoning the Flame Buffalero. This card is really good. I suggest playing it. So when he's sent to the grave, you could discard a Cyberse to draw 2 cards. So Chainlink 1 Buffalero, Chainlink 2 Balinks. You definitely want to search the field spell first and not draw it off the Buffalero, because that would be terrible. That's happened before, right? So thinking about what I'm going to pitch here, I see a Falco in my hand, which would definitely be the best card to pitch. In graveyard, you could bounce one of your Salamangreat monsters to special summon it. It's a good card in grave. So to draw 2, hoping for that Gazelle, praying, and I see a Lady Debug, which is not the card you want to see after you just normal summoned. Lady Debug is like a hit and miss. I've taken it out of my deck many times before. I've only recently put it in to try it out again with Gazelle at 1. So I'm going to go ahead and activate the Sanctuary to reincarnate into another Balinks. That definitely means that my hand is total trash. Like, oh man, look, this is terrible. So go ahead and set 1, and that is it. Wow, yeah. Yeah, total trash turn. So we're going to see how Mark destroys me here or not. And shout out to Mark's beautiful play, Matt. Look at that hidden city, by the way. So he's going to normal summon TrapTrix Murillo, which allows him to get 1 normal whole trap card from his deck to his hand. So really good in this deck. You want to get all your trap cards as soon as possible. You want to get cards like Chain Hole, TrapTrix, Nightmare, the other crazy stuff. If you play Bottomless, that'll be a good one as well. But we'll see what Mark's going to get here. He's looking at the situation, making sure he analyzes it correctly. He knows that a lot of my monsters have good effects, so he's going to go ahead and get the Chain Hole. So Chain Hole, when my monster activates effect in response to one of his cards' activations, he can negate that effect and then banish 1 card from my deck with the same name as that card. And he's going to go ahead and link away into that Sera. So this is a new link monster. So Sera in general is just totally unaffected by trap cards, which is pretty nice. You could see some spicy stuff in there. And then when a normal trap card is activated, she can go ahead and special summon TrapTrix from Mark's deck. So could be pretty crazy. So Mark attacks for 300. So I'm at 77. He's at 8,000. He's gonna go and set basically his entire hand almost. And I flip up the Twin Twister at the end phase, targeting those 2 middle ones. Just to see how they do. I'm gonna check it out, see what cards those were. And I see, yeah, there's a Torrential Tribute. So that's a really cool tech option by Mark there, Torrential, because Sera, as I just mentioned, is unaffected by trap cards. So you activate Torrential at the right time, you're blowing up the whole board, and he's keeping his Sera. So that's a nice card. So I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn, and I activate another Twin Twister. Yeah, I totally forgot I did that. Oh, man. Yeah, so Mark is not happy. I think I saw a Solemn Strike there that got destroyed. Wow. So the 2 twins. I think I opened up 2 twins actually, so that's why my card was trash. Go ahead and normal summon Lady Debug. As you see, I get a little excited, activate the effect because I finally see the Gazelle in my hand. I could pop off a little bit, right? So Lady Debug, as I was saying, is it's kind of a double-edged sword. Either it works or it doesn't work. So I'm gonna go ahead and link away Debug for another Balinks, trying to get 2 Balinks in grave. Most likely to spin 1 back with Gazelle eventually. So I'm just looking at my graveyard, thinking of the plays I can do. So the build I have is not really OTK type of build. Is more of a grind game. It's most solid decks now are basically Stalio Turbo. You want to turbo out Stalio as soon as possible. But gonna go ahead and summon the Gazelle after the sending of Balinks to the graveyard, and pitching the Rage. So I'm just thinking here to just win this game as soon as possible. So I could have sent Spinny there and gone into Stalio and did all those crazy plays. But I have advantage on field, and I want to keep and maintain that advantage with the Rage. So that was my thought process there. Looking at hand, it looks like I have a Prankertops, which is completely dead. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, main deck in a Prankertops, boy. So spinning back the Gazelle, I'm spinning back the Balinks to summon the Jaguar in graveyard right now, and then activating Silent Wolf's effect to go ahead and get a fire monster. So here I'm just explaining to Mark what just happened. I think he was still thinking about the Twin Twisters probably. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a fire monster from my graveyard and probably get back to Flame Buff Filero. It could be any fire monster, so which is crazy. You got an Ash in there, you get another Ash back, right? And just thinking over the plays, I can't use that Flame Buff Filero this turn because of Sunlight Wolf's effect. I'm gonna go ahead and reincarnate, activate Sunlight Wolf's effect to get the rage. Mark looks like he discarded. Oh, DD Crow, disgusting. So it wouldn't have mattered if I sent the spinny or not. He would have DD Crowed it anyway. Nice. Mark's still in it, right? He's still in it. One card in hand. So I'm gonna attack over the Sera, attack with Jaguar, attack with Gazelle, and Mark will be at 3,200 to my 7,700. So we're at main phase 2 now, trying to see what I can do here. That rage, taking away the rage was definitely nice. So I'm going to activate Falco and Grave, bounce back the Gazelle to special summon the Falco to my field. You want the Gazelle in your hand. You always want the Gazelle in your hand, especially now that it's at 1. So I'm going to go ahead exceed summon into the Dweller, which, I mean, if Mark is playing pure TrapTrix, then that's not doing much here. But if he was playing like Paleo, Frog, TrapTrix, you know, that crazy deck, that would shut down the Paleo trap cards in the grave, which would be nice. So Mark is going to go ahead and normal summon the Mantis, which is basically the straddles of the deck. So when she's normal summon, you can add one TrapTrix monster from your deck to your hand. So right now, what would be the good one to add? I mean, Mark is in a tough situation. He's at 3,200. He's going to go ahead and add TrapTrix Diana? Something like that, right? That one's pretty cool. It's basically the Monster Reborn. So when Diana's normal summon, you can special summon one TrapTrix from your graveyard to defense mode. And then quick effect, you can bounce one of your set cards to set a card from your hand, which is nice. So you can do that during your opponent's turn as well. Won't help him much now because he already uses normal summon. I do not see any trap cards in his hand, which is deadly. He probably, yeah, Mark is not excited right now. You could see the aggression right there. He's like, damn it. I think he set all his trap cards and the Twin Twisters and took care of them, which is not fair. It's just not fair. Who's going to open 2 Twin Twisters? I look like I think I drew another Prankertops, so this is just getting annoying already. So I'm going to go ahead and normal summon Flame Buff Filero. Thinking about what I want to do. I definitely want to open up one of the link pointers, so I could go ahead and get a couple more special summons here. I think the best one will just right now go ahead and reincarnate. Yeah, reincarnate Sunlight Wolf and special summon the Gazelle that I bounced to my hand. So Gazelle's gonna summon, and this is just gonna pop. This is just opening up floodgates right now. So Gazelle's gonna go ahead and summon on that zone, activating Gazelle's effect. Seeing what I'm gonna pitch. Thinking. I could pitch a spinny and do some more shenanigans, but I will. Thinking. I'm just gonna go ahead and pitch the Will of the Salamangreat, which is the monster reborn of the archetype. Mark goes ahead and concedes game 1. So we're about to go into game 2, guys. Let's see who wins this. All right, guys. So game 2 is about to start. Mark will most likely go first. That would be the best move for a TrapTrix player, right? So he has more of an advantage here. The last duel was kind of lopsided. We'll see how he turns it around this time. So starter looks a lot more monsters in his hand that I think he would like, right? So he's just thinking on the normal summon that he would want to do here. I see another Prankertops in my hand. That card is just stuck to me. So he's gonna go ahead and normal summon the Diana. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, right? So that's the Monster Reborn for the TrapTrix. He's not gonna use that effect. He's gonna go ahead and link it away to TrapTrix Sera, that new Link 1. And I mentioned this, I think, in every video I make. But any archetype that gets a Link 1 is already off to a great start, right? So Sera is just an amazing card. So he's going to get set 2 and pass. So I'm immediately thinking of my plays. And I'm going to go ahead and special summon the Prankertops, and not just any Prankertops, the hollow Prankertops. Oh, amazing. So he's going to activate Crackdown. Oof. And I'm going to go ahead and chain Prankertops, and he's going to activate Chain Hole. So game one, I explained the effect of Chain Holes, which is great. And he's going to go ahead and activate on the Prankertops. So Prankertops, obviously, to activate it is attributed for cost. So it's activating in the graveyard. So he's going to negate the Prankertops, and I have to banish another Prankertops from my deck, or else he'll be banishing one random card from my hand. So we don't want that. I'll go ahead and banish another Prankertops, the common Prankertops, just to leave that there. And of course, Sera gets a plus off this. So when you activate a normal trap card, anyone, you can go ahead and special summon a TrapTrix monster from your deck. And here, my boy Mark is trolling a little bit. He should have special summoned Myrmilio, but he goes ahead and special summons Nifis, which activates his effect when a normal hole is activated, not when a special summon. So when a normal hole is activated, normal hole trap card, you can special summon another TrapTrix from your deck. But I clarified that. Mark's like, oh shoot. And that's why I fast forward that part a little bit, just because there's a little bit of a back and forth misplay. But the more we learn, right, the more we learn. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Silent Mining. Oh, he's got the Ash Blossom. Damn. But I do have the Jaguar engraved. I always call it Gazelle. The Jaguar engraved. I'm seeing what I can do. I'm just double checking Sera, making sure nothing crazy is going to happen. There it is. There's a Flame Buffalero. Buffalero is just an amazing card. I asked Mark to cut because I'm about to draw some cards. Yeah, Buffalero is just amazing. So normal summon Buffalero, special summon Banlist, and again, activate the Chainlink. Chainlink 1 Buffalero, Chainlink 2 Banlist. This combo has been my savior so far in this match. Like, it's amazing. If you're playing Salads, you gotta at least try out Buffalero, because if not, yeah. So thinking what I'm gonna pitch, go ahead and pitch the Spinny. So Spinny makes its debut in this match, right? Finally seeing that one, even though it's at 3. And draw 2. Seeing what I got. I'm trying to see my hand. It would be amazing if I got the Gazelle. That would be so good right now. Just to pop off even further. Looking at my plays. And so that Nymphis TrapTrix defense monster has a 2k beauty hole right now. So it's not easy to get over. And I only have a 500 attack Banlist. So I'm going to go ahead and special summon Spinny, using its effect while I have a Salamangreat monster on the field. Just thinking I already normal summon this turn. Activating the Sanctuary. Thinking of what to spin back. I have a Jaguar that's live right now, engraved. I'm just thinking what I can do with it, what I should do with it, right? Can activate its effect and do a little shenanigans here. Just thinking, you gotta, oh, there you go. So you're gonna reincarnate the Banlist, right? Got the other Banlist. Thoughts, right? Thoughts. Gonna go into a sunlight. So, okay, I see what I did there. So I reincarnated the Banlist so I could spin back the other Banlist, but don't think that was the best move. Now I'm thinking back, maybe I should have. Yeah, you live and you learn, right? So there's options there going to the Banlist. So you could have I could have just reincarnated with the Sunlight Wolf and spin back the other Sunlight Wolf. That would have been probably the better move. But go ahead and activate Sunlight Wolf's effect to get the Flame Buffalero. So we saw almost the same moves as game 1 happening in game 2, which means I do not have the Gazelle in hand, which totally blows. Gonna go ahead and, ooh, interesting, Heat Leo. Getting the Heat Leo on field. Hey, that's why I did that. Okay, understandable now. So yeah, this will sound great. So I could just go ahead and special summon Sunlight Wolf again. And yeah, so I'm just explaining here it works. So Will of Salamangreat essentially is the monster reborn, right? So you could reborn, and then it has a secondary effect that not most people know is you could pop it and then special summon Salamangreat monster from your graveyard equal to, I think, the number of cards your opponent controls or number of link rating, something like that. So he's gonna go attack over both of them. So Mark right now is at 65. I'm at 8,000. Yeah, it's tough. Just looking over the options here. Doesn't look like I have any trap cards. So trap cards have been very shy to me this entire match. I've activated 0 trap cards the entire match. And all right, Mark's gonna go ahead and concede game 2. He drew the 2 hand traps, Ash and Veiler, which are a little too short. All right, guys. So to avoid, any spoilers, any predictions that you guys can see on the timing of the video, we're just gonna go ahead and play game 3 for you guys. Try to give you the best content that we can. So winning game 1, winning game 2 to Salamangreat, but Mark could turn this back around and win this 3rd game. So we're gonna go ahead, cut each other's decks, see how it goes, and we're not gonna, pick. We're just gonna roll a die for game 3, just make it completely a different game, so to speak. Winner takes all type of thing. So I go ahead and roll a nice 10. Mark goes ahead and rolls 9. So that means the salad boards are going first. It's not looking pretty already for Mark here. Shout out to my Cyber Dragon playmat. Cyber Dragon's my favorite deck. Stopped playing it for a little bit, especially since it got annoying when other people would play the Chimera attack and everything like that. So we're gonna check out who's gonna win this. Looking to see. I see a couple. I think I see a Veiler in Mark's hand, so it's gonna be interesting. I see a roar in my hand. So just looking over my options, I might have bricked again. Honestly, I don't think my moves have been like that impressive. So you go ahead and discard a card to search the Gazelle. Yeah, I don't think the boards for the Salad have been like extremely impressive this match. I mean, they're breakable. It's just been a challenge for TrapTrix to break it. But I think overall, if you're going against, like a Dinos, True King Dinos, or you're going against, of course, the Crusadia Thunder, Baby, Guard Dragons, and all that stuff, I think I would have gotten destroyed, essentially. So I go ahead and normal summon Gazelle and special summon Foul in hand. So Foul is when so nice. He's gonna go ahead. Oh, in the Call by the Grave. Okay, nice. All right, so I'm saying I am popping off today. I do not care what you do, Mark. I don't care. So Foul is when Salamangreat is normal or special summon. You can special summon it from your hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and send the Rage off the Gazelle. Finally having the Gazelle pop off. It popped off last time, but he DD Crowed my Rage. Let's see if he has DD Crow again. That would just be super OP by Mark. So in the last 2 matches, I've drawn Dino Wrestler every time. So it'll be interesting to see what I draw this time. So I'll go ahead and activate Balinks on the summon to get the beautiful Salamangreat Sanctuary. Hollow, by the way. No comments here, no comments. Get the beautiful card. Seeing what other options I have. Interesting. So that means I'm confident that I'm gonna get that Rage. I'm very confident I'm gonna get that Rage. That's why. That's exactly. I was actually thinking, why wouldn't I send the Spinny? But that's why I had the Crusadia in hand, so special summon it to a link pointer that monster points to, and here comes the Stalio. So this is the first time we're seeing Stallion. It's on game 3 essentially. So we'll get the Jaguar on field, normal combos here, nothing special here, and this might be like the best board so far I've put up on Salad Player if I do my things right. So this here, technically you cannot put the Rage on this. It needs to be reincarnated Link Summon, but in retrospect it doesn't really matter because I'm going to reincarnate Link Summon regardless. So looks like I have no cards in hand. Jeez, I used all my resources. So yeah, I'm gonna reincarnate Link Summon here, and that's where you can set the Rage. So that's a misplay on my part there. So you can set the Rage, set the Roar off a reincarnated monster. And I'm gonna go ahead and activate Sunlight Wolf's effect to grab that Rage. So I have Roar on field, that is common knowledge, Rage in hand. I'm just explaining to Mark what the plays that I'm doing here and going back and forth a little bit. I have the Jaguar on standby. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle back the Sunlight Wolf, summon back the Jaguar, and then activate Sunlight Wolf's effect to get the Gazelle in hand, which is what did I say in game 2? It's where you want to see your Gazelle in your hand. You just always want it to be living there. You don't want to do anything else, but just keep it there. So right now, what would be a great move right now if Mark started into a Super Poly, and that would be epic. Not sure if he plays Super Poly. I'll ask him off stream, but that would be amazing if he does. It's gonna go ahead and link away into Banlist. Um, yeah, that might be the end of that turn, right? Really, you don't want to do anything else essentially. Yeah, just checking the back row. I don't think there's anything else you can do there, sir. Yep. Yeah. I'm still thinking on my turn. So yeah, go ahead and pass. So Mark sees a nice little board here. If he did have Super Poly, that'd be disgusting. Yeah. And then rest in peace to my deck, right? So he's thinking on the normal summon. I see a couple trap cards, but that normal summon is going to be extremely critical. So he's going to normal summon Mermilio. So remember, on summon, you go ahead and grab. Oh, so he's not even doing anything. He's not even going to do anything. So he's going to go ahead and link away into Sera. Sera is unaffected by trap cards. I'm not exactly sure if I knew that at the moment. What I should have done, I should have just raged the normal monster, and that would have been the end of that one. So Sera is going to go ahead and summon. Just go ahead and link summon. He's going to set 3 and then activate. Yeah, Rage on end phase, so that's not going to be pretty. So targeting my own Silent Wolf, popping his 2 back row. See right here, what Mark should have done is activate Sera effects, because Rage is a normal trap card. So he could activate Sera's effect and special summon a TrapTrix card. That's something he explained to me after the duel. He's like, wait, I should have just activated, but this is why we do these things, just to share with you guys our learnings, and on top of that, show you guys what plays to do or not do, type of thing. So that's something that he acknowledged himself and explained probably during the duel, actually. So here we see a beautiful spinny. You gotta love seeing that spinny. See what we can do. Stallion still on field. I'm locked into the fire attribute right now. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be a good lead. So I'll go ahead and summon Heat Leo, bouncing back his Sera with my Stalio, and I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle back that back row with Heat Leo, and yeah, just like that, the board is open. So Sera is definitely affected by monster effect, but unaffected by trap cards. But in this case, it doesn't matter at all. So we're just looking over the card, just making sure the plays are reviewed. So just explain the chain links here. So sending back to Sera, and then Heat Leo is going to shuffle back that face down. Have no interest in knowing what that card was. If that card was a Treasure Tribute, that would have been disgusting. I would have said that. But on top of that, I do still have that roar in my back row, so I would have negated whatever that was there. So go ahead and get the Sunlight Wolf. And that spinny was not special summon with its own effect. That was special summon with Stalio, so it's not banished. I just want to clarify that. And then, of course, you see the Gazelle activating hand. Gazelle is just a great card. Why did you have to limit it, Konami? Why? And Mark is just seeing this display, essentially. It's just not looking pretty right now for him. It's kind of a challenge. I mean, you want to go first with TrapTrix. I think the best build for TrapTrix is what I've seen with the Paleo Frogs, and you have other options, and you have the oh god, their cards avoiding my thought process right now. The rank 2, jeez, the absolute or something like that. Oh, sorry, the totally awesome. Yeah, the totally awesome for negate. So yeah, this looks like it is game here. I'm just trying to flex basically for the camera, right? That's what I'm doing here. So yeah, attack. That is a game right there. So that's game, guys. We wanted to show you what the TrapTrix decks could do. It's more opportunities for a different type of deck profile, deck style. If you're interested to see what Mark's build, I believe is a pure TrapTrix build. If you're interested in see that, go ahead and hit me up in the comments, and I'll let you guys know when he'll be on the channel. I will be definitely doing a Salamangreat profile, since I brought you guys like so many Salamangreat duels. I might as well give you a profile before I move on to a different deck, just for shits and giggles. I think I might have left Mark with like 100 life points or something like that, but ultimately it just doesn't matter. I get the rage back, and that's just gonna be game, guys. So I will definitely be cutting this game off shortly, the punishment for later. Shout out to Mark for being on the channel and playing them crazy trap tricks. Mark is always playing a crazy deck. But I'll get his deck profile if you guys ask for it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Yugioh,